Cerebral satire contains strong language and thoughts that may offend. If you are easily offended, don't fucking bother listening to it.
Da da da. 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 Ich lieb dich nicht, du liebst mich nicht. Da da da. Ich lieb dich nicht, du liebst mich nicht. Da da da. Ich lieb dich nicht, du liebst mich nicht. Da da da. Ich lieb dich nicht.
Friday. It will be Friday. Oh no, wait. Friday's here. Welcome to Cerebral Satire, everybody. How ya guys doing this week? I'm doing fan-fucking-tastic. I got my two main men here. Wayne is a baker. What up, Wayne?
I'm good, you?
I am fantastic this week. And I got my man Heavy's here. What up, Heavy? Welcome back to the podcast, son.
I'm sorry. I'm still a little hungover from Tuesday from celebrating the 241st anniversary of Brexit 1776. So I apologize for everything. So
I mean, those holidays do creep up on you. So, you know, and you got to celebrate them, right? So Heavy, go ahead.
That is what they're calling the 4th of July. Brexit 1776.
Oh, that's the 4th of July. That's what you're. Oh, wait. I did read that there was.
You fucking get it.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
You
I'm gonna be honest, I
got
didn't
it.
get it. I didn't get it.
Holiday.
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't get it. I must be hungover as well. Knowing I did exactly nothing for 4th of July. So what's going on with you guys this week? Wayne, Heavy, who wants to go first? Heavy, you want to go first?
Literally a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
This is the first time we'll have been able to talk about this. I bought an Xbox One.
Fuck yes! Xbox One. Welcome to the family. Why'd you go out and buy an Xbox One? What made you buy an Xbox One?
Bucks.
Because they were only $250.
No, it only cost me $150. I bought it off someone else.
Oh, all right.
With games, headset. I haven't even pulled the box yet. I got home right before we started.
Well,
Mate, download Friday the 13th and play it with us after this.
yeah, you can.
Set it up. Like I gotta plug it in, and actually it's probably got to update because the guy I bought it off of is having a baby on the 16th, and he already works crazy hours, and he's like, I've had it set.
This.
I've barely played it.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
my dear friend Xbox. You've been a good friend.
Exactly. Baby time it is. All my time is baby time now. That's what happens when you have a kid. Like, I think most of my time my brother spends on the Xbox is like feeding his kid. Like, he just lays in his chair, plays his Xbox while his kid's like napping on him or something. That's the most amount of time that I think he gets the time. And his wife mostly watches TV on it. So, did you have PlayStation TV? Do you have PlayStation TV on your PlayStation?
I don't have a PlayStation.
He had a 360.
Oh, that's
it's all-
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you're the okay. Yeah, you're my friend that was in the dark ages for a good 5 years.
I
So
never had being over the road, I never had a reason to have an Xbox One.
that's true.
Oh, great! Like spend a weekend home and then leave it for another 2 to 3 weeks, and then not really use it.
Well, I mean, how often did you get you didn't get a hotel very often when you were on the road, did you?
No.
Yeah. See, my buddy Ronan, like he brings his Xbox with him, and he just hooks it up to the hotel TV, the hotel TV with the hotel internet, and plays his Xbox there. That's how he does it. So, what else is going on? Heavy.
I bought a car about a month ago.
Yeah, we talked about that on the podcast. I think that you bought a car about a month ago. How's that going? Because like something was going on with your old car or something.
My old car was a piece of shit. I had a 2005 Kia Mani. I was paying way too
What the
much for it.
fuck is that?
I'm still
Oh,
locked into it. What I'm trying to do on the sly, I'm trying to get a house or something, and then go. Oh, by the way, chapter 6 bankruptcy,
Yeah.
so I could not pay that bill.
How
the
much
only
is
one
now? How much is that bill?
That bill.
Just the car.
Which one?
The old one. How much is the old one?
I was paying $500 a month for a car that's worth about $1,000. And I
What?
still owed like $7,000.
What the fuck? Man,
Desperate times.
yeah, I was about to say you must have been desperate for that car. Holy shit! Now, and the new one, how much is the new one now?
I pay roughly the same, but like A, it's a new car, and B, I get so much more perks, and I like a lot of the maintenance is like incorporated into the price. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm technically paying less. Like I know a lot of people like when I say the actual price, they're like, that's still a lot of money, but I'm like, yeah, but I don't pay for anything else.
That sounds like a lot of money though. Like around, like I can't imagine paying more than like $250, $240 for a car payment. But I mean, I've been looking cars up lately to try to get a new car for me because everyone knows I drive a piece of shit car right now. It's not really a piece of shit car. It's just old. Like it's just getting there.
Still got a Mazda.
Yeah, still got my Mazda, my 2003 Mazda, still got it. I mean, right now I'm every day I beg Em to drive her car because getting into her nice car after a long day of work is very rewarding. She's got a 2013 Kia. Yeah. Or 2014 Kia. She's got a newer Kia. It's one of the Souls, Kia Souls. It's a really, really, really nice car. And I love driving it, and it's got nice air conditioning, nice seats, nice everything. And my car has like none of that. It's got okay AC, and every time I start it up, it's fucking squeals like a stock pig. So, but looking up cars online, you know, with no down payment, your fucking payment plan is going to be like around $500. Like,
I came in with no money down.
yeah.
I mean, my credit's not the greatest, but it's something I've been working on the past couple of years. And what else? The fact that it's a brand new car, like I'll pay the price. Like even like if I would have I would have had to put down like success. Yeah, I'm having a double vamp moment.
Exactly.
A substantial amount of money.
Yeah,
to,
probably
like,
around like 10 grand or more or less than that.
Probably a good 10 grand because they showed me like, oh, if you put $2,000 down, like I could have knocked it off like $50 like
Yeah.
a month, and I'm like, yeah, like screw it, keep where we're at. Like that's you don't need the $2,000.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, my biggest thing is that like shopping for a car. Like we're shopping. Like we've just moved into our new apartment. We're hanging out. We're having fun. You know, she's not quite working yet. Not quite getting back to work yet. And so we're just like deciding of finally being like an adult place, doing adult things, in a place that we actually enjoy. And so we're trying to find these things that we want to be surrounded by. So one of my number one things right now that I want is I want some Hot Toys. And if you guys don't know what Hot Toys are the most detailed, realistic action figures essentially that you can buy. I mean, they're roughly around anywhere between $250 and $400, probably sometimes even more than that. And I have been looking at some Hot Toys, and I'm really considering, you know, putting it in my budget to buy some Hot Toys. I really want some. So, you know,
Over here, Hot Toys means stolen.
theft toys. You know, so going out and finding a new car. How long did it take you? I mean, that's a very adult thing to do, is what I would say, Heavy. So, how long did it take you to find this particular car that you wanted?
I was just willing to take whatever I could find, but it was something like I wasn't really looking for.
Yeah.
I got a couple offers like back in the end of last year, like right around the end of September, for me to go into places and like work something out. Like one of them was through Capital One, which is my credit card, and they were gonna like try to help me get a car, but that place they wanted like $3,000 down. And I was actually gonna be paying like $6 something a month.
God damn, for a
Yeah,
car. That's a quarter of my rent.
Yeah, I didn't have the money for the down payment, so I was just like, well, you know, screw it. I'm like, well, because part of it was gonna be a trade in with negative equity with my current, at the time, current car.
Oh, so then
I
you
was
were
like-
just gonna stack the payment. That's why it was gonna be $600, because you were gonna stack the current one on top of the other one. Gotcha.
But I was gonna do, I was like, you know what? I'll just pay off another year on the car, improve my credit, and then try again one or two places. Because I've been told like you're only supposed to try a couple times for a new car,
Yeah.
and then you have to stop because that'll really hurt your credit. So I was like,
It'll
screw it.
it'll ding it for a month as long as you don't have anything. Like if you do it for like a month and then you stop for a month, it'll go back to where it was. But it will ding it for a month. Yeah, it definitely will. At least
You remember when I accidentally bought a car?
no. When did you actually need to buy? What? What are you talking? What?
Well, my current one, didn't I? I went to have the diesel update because the emissions scandal. I went to have the diesel update.
Oh yeah, this is
Done
your V Dub.
old
Yeah.
one. And then I went in and bought a brand new car, didn't I?
I thought
I
you
got-
bought new tires when you posted that on Facebook. I thought you ended up buying new tires, not a
No, it's
fucking
the
brand new car.
update. So I went in and I had a chat with him and come away with a brand new car.
So Wayne, you announced last week that you were thinking about moving to the next town over, Stowe Upton, right?
Stowe Upland.
Stowe
Which is a bit-
Upland.
Yeah, it was connected to Stowe, so it's really not that far.
But okay. So have you guys made any progress on this move, or
No, none.
so no adulting for you this week, essentially?
No.
Okay.
No, it's the end of a long work week for me, so I've only had my work stuff that I could really talk about.
Gotcha. Well, what I mean, what else is? Oh, something fun happened to you on the bus either yesterday or today. What happened, Wayne?
Well, you got that, what happened yesterday, but then a couple of days ago I had a small fire on my bus. so-
What? Wait a minute. You didn't say. Okay, first of all, tell the people what happened of the thing that I'm talking about.
What, the old bloke pissing himself?
Yes. Tell us what happened. What happened to the old bloke pissing himself?
Well, bell goes, pull over like to let him off. Go down and I notice this bloke with little shorts. Like little shorts, like something like from the 80s style.
So how old is this? How old is this guy?
70 odd, 70, 80
70, okay.
himself. So he's wearing little shorts, which is never a good style. And I noticed dripping on the floor. And then you look at his legs and you can see a stream running down his fucking legs. And I just thought, not again.
What do you mean not again?
It happens quite regularly, old people pissing themselves.
What? What are you
But
talking
this right, so
about?
you got to think, right, he's getting off. He goes to the door, he turns around, go, thank you, driver. And I think you're either trying to put like a poker face on or you've got no shame.
I think it was probably more embarrassment, or maybe he didn't know he pissed himself.
He was full flow, mate. It was going down his legs. And he turns around, looks at me, goes, thank you, driver, goes off. Because he stood there and turned around, he obviously was standing on the passenger ramp. Right, which is the little flap of the floor near the door, which you can lift out and
Yeah.
put, like, flop out onto
Yeah,
the curbs.
yeah,
and then you
yeah,
can get
yeah.
wheelchairs and shit up.
Yeah.
And you can normally go for weeks without using the ramp, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have that many like special people. But then I pull up to the next stop. There's a fucking mobility car in there, and that is right where the old boy had full dribbled.
So you
And-
had to do what?
I had to lift the little flap up where that had all collected inside as well, get the handle for the ramp, and yeah, so I had to touch pissy ramp.
And how much do you make a year, Wayne?
Not a great deal.
So what happened with the fire? Tell us about the fire.
Well, the fire was on a tight. Right, we've got one run on one duty that is really tight in the afternoon. You can't do it on time. And I thought, fuck it, I'm really going to go for it this time. And I went for it, and I managed to keep the fucking thing on time. Got to one of the last few villages, and that was the one where the most of the kids get off. So they were all getting off. About 30 odd kids are getting off. Noticed the smell, didn't think nothing of it. And then one of the kids come back to the door and go, Mr. Bus Driver? And I go, yeah. And they go, your back wheel is smoking.
What?
So I look down at the control panel and all the engine temperature levels and everything's all right. I get out and there's all smoke bellowing from the rear wheel arch. I'm guessing that's something to do with the brake pads and shit.
Obviously,
on
the
it.
brake had locked.
I
more than
don't know.
likely.
I noticed. I just thought, well, I'll give it one more chance. So I went slowly into Ipswich,
You kept driving?
and yeah, I probably shouldn't have.
You think?
But by the time I got to Ipswich, because obviously it ain't like village roads where you're on bends and you're thrashing it, and
Fuck
you
no.
go around a town, you're just pretty much normal roads. So I just
Okay.
took it easy, and it did stop. It stunk for the rest of the day.
Okay, so probably what had happened is that you were going so fast and you were stopping so fast at these stops and stoplights because you were traveling at a higher rate of speed than the bus is used to, and that link is that you heated up the brakes so much that literally they started smoking.
Yep.
Yeah, that happens with race car drivers a lot.
I just think that's brilliant. I kept that on time, and I didn't have any near accidents.
Except
so.
for the fact that you almost caught
But the
your
next
wheels on
day,
fire.
I noticed that 332, which was the bus, was vehicle off the road. It was VOR the next day, which I can't see how they knew about my incident. So I don't know.
Wait a minute,
was-
you didn't report that to somebody?
No, it
Oh my
stopped.
god.
It's
Wayne,
fine.
why would you not report that to someone? It is your civic duty, let alone your fucking job, to report that out to someone.
That's fine. If that carried on for the rest of the shift, I'd have reported it.
Heavy, if one of your trucks back in the day, one of the wheels had started smoking from the brake, like what would you have done?
Immediately pulled over to the side of the road and called emergency road service.
Yeah, right? Because your fucking truck may catch on fucking fire. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
We'll find out when I go back Wednesday, won't we?
Yeah, apparently. Oh my god. So you had a piss.
Apparently.
Apparently, our favorite friend. So you had a pissy old person.
Yep.
And then you didn't wipe any of that pee up? You didn't have to clean any of that pee up?
It was a really hot day, so it dried quite quickly.
Oh my god. Wayne.
Well, I ain't got cleaning stuff on my bus.
But
I'm not gonna call out Galloway's, am I? Sorry. I'm not
Oh.
gonna call them out just to clean the fucking piss up, am I? They're not gonna be too.
No. I'm
unforgiving.
saying when you okay, so you didn't even clean the seat?
I don't know if he went on the seat. I didn't dare check.
You do not feel any responsibility for your job at all?
What can I do with the seat anyway? I can't take it out, can I?
You wipe it off, Wayne. You clean it
I ain't
up.
got nothing to clean. I don't know what you think we carry on our buses.
I mean, you can't stop at a bus stop and they have like supplies and stuff there?
No, they're literally paths.
Okay.
They're just allocated bits of path. That is it.
And you said it's a regular thing that old people piss on your bus?
Well, it's happened about 3 times in the last 6 months.
Now, how often does it happen on other buses?
I never had it before I done this service run, and it's always in this side of the run, not Ipswich side. But then again, in the Ipswich side tend to be younger people because it's like a proper decent town. This is like a Todger town. It's like old people. So
well,
that's why
I mean,
I
how?
reckon
Okay,
that-
so the average person that takes a bus, you've always said, is an old person, right?
yeah, but like Ipswich has got like a college and a university in it, so you get like students and stuff.
Okay, all right. I just can't imagine doing my job and not cleaning up the pee for the next person that wants to sit down or walk in your bus. Like, what the fuck?
Well, the time the person had puked on the seat, I made the cleaners clean it that night.
That night? That night?
Well, I can't do anything about. I don't carry cleaning chemicals.
Whatever. Oh my god, you guys are supposed to have one of the best fucking transport systems in the world.
No, that's why they make the seats such weird designs, so you can't see the bodily fluids on them. That's not a joke. That is the proper purpose of it.
That should be a good bet with one of your mates is to lick some of those seats one time.
Oh, fuck off!
It is. You guys want to go into our first story?
Please, I want to get that
Alright.
image out of my head.
All right, let's move on to our first story. Look at a bus seat can't be that.
Oh, that fucking can.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right, let's move on.
Hello, my name's Forrest Gump. Would you like a chocolate?
Oh, thank you.
It's funny what a young man recollects.
You're the same as everybody else. You are no different.
Your boy's different.
Are you stupid or something? Mama says stupid is as stupid does. I'm Jenny. I'm Forrest Gump.
She was my most special friend. My only friend.
We was together all the time. We was like peas and carrots, Jenny and I.
Hey, stupid!
Now, you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but I could run like the wind blows.
Who in the hell is that?
So that there is Forrest Gump, and that is one of our, that's one of my childhood favorite movies, pretty much, right? Heavy, what do you think?
Favorite films.
It's one of Wayne's favorite fucking films ever. Heavy, what do you think about Forrest Gump?
It's not in my top 5, but still like one of my favorites. And watched it
Okay.
many times over the years. It's one of those, I think, movies like the more you watch it from like a young kid, like because us growing up to it, to now, like you learn more about it.
Yeah. I mean,
Jenny was
every
bitch.
What'd you say, Wayne?
Jenny was a right fucking bitch.
I think if you watch this movie at a younger age, the age that it came out at our age was probably around. I mean, I think you guys are close to the exact same age. I'm a little bit older than you guys, but around the age that we grew up, like 12, 13, 14, 16, 17 age. It's and then if you watch it now, it's a completely different movie in my opinion. And Ranker agrees. This is ranker.com list of 16 extreme messed up things about Forrest Gump that will change how you see it. So off the bat, right away, Wayne just says Jenny's a bitch.
She is.
I don't disagree with that.
Probably gave Forrest AIDS. I don't know.
She probably did give Forrest AIDS. It's actually super. Let me see. Okay, they're not listed. It's actually super disturbing that Forrest and Jenny have sex, guys. Forrest's brain never developed out of childhood. He pretty much went through the whole movie from the viewpoint of a child. So, wow, it's kind of fucked up that Jenny took him to bed. Is that rape? Right? That's rape, right? I mean, she pretty much raped him, right, guys?
You gonna ruin this film for me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This list is gonna ruin that movie for you. I mean, come on, and it's not to mention exactly what Heavyset said. Not only did she like pretty much physically raped that guy, you don't just have sex with a mentally challenged person and then expect them not to be totally obsessed with you for the rest of their lives. Oh, and then she kept his son away from him for 5 years and only married him because she was dying of AIDS and had no other choice.
Don't forget about when she was in college.
What happened in college?
I think they fooled around a little bit when the roommate was in the room.
Oh, yeah, she totally had sex, like, on top of him, didn't she?
I don't know if they had sex, but there was something going on, because, like, his reaction whenever he touched her for that first time.
Yeah,
like, oh.
Number 2, it's okay to be racist if you don't know any better. In the opening scenes from Forrest, Forrest is sitting on the bus bench next to a nameless black woman and begins to tell her his story, even though she clearly is disinterested. He told her that his mama named him after Civil War hero named General Nathan Bedford Forrest. She said he was related to him in some way, and that what he did was he started up his club called the Ku Klux Klan. They all dressed up in robes and bed sheets and acted like a bunch of ghosts or spooks or something. I forgot about that. The only reason why this flies in this woman's with this woman is because Forrest is clearly too stupid to know any better. But Jesus, Forrest, that may be the worst thing to casually bring up in conversation with a Southern black woman. It's pretty shocking she stays. Where in the world where the story was going from there? I forgot about that opening conversation about Ku Klux Klan, and there's a black woman sitting next to him.
I just can't believe that's the second time we talked about him tonight.
I know.
I remember the Ku Klux Klan part, but I never put 2 and 2 together that
she was black.
Team wouldn't be in.
It portrays mentally disabled people as not having much of a personality. If you really think about it, Forrest Gump doesn't have much of a personality. His mental retardation makes him meek, innocent, and overly pretty bland. He's a happy-go-lucky most of the time, but he doesn't really have many likes or dislikes. He just sort of blissfully floats along.
He likes to run.
He does. He runs like the wind.
I started running.
Number 3, Forrest Gump steals credit for black people's accomplishments. Forrest is given so much credit in the movie for all the things that he completely is oblivious to. In one scene, he is given credit for helping break segregation barrier. In another, he's given credit for stopping Watergate burglary. In real life, the man who caught the Watergate burglars was a black security guard named Frank Willis. He was also given credit for teaching Elvis his moves. That's actually 100% true. I remember. If you need more proof, check out another huge hit of Back to the Future, Marty McFly invents rock and roll for some reason and robs black artists of the accolades. Hell, he makes Chuck Berry and his cousin seem like straight up plagiarists. This is evidently Zemeckis has a problem with appropriating black people's music and accomplishments in general. I don't know what else to say about that. I do think that Elvis, I look at that Elvis scene is just ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous thing, and the whole.
Come on! Whenever he kept getting like bloody on the news and stuff was ridiculous.
Yeah,
it was all throughout the movie. Like they took all these events and they're like, "Oh, let's put Forrest Gump with it." Like I don't know if take it like that extreme.
I mean, it's pretty extreme how he ends up in every situation, pretty much that he was pretty much going through, except for the time that he's at the house. I mean, if he leaves the house, he pretty much is involved in some type of newsworthy event. You know, the portrayal of Bubba is pretty racist. Actor Makita Williams isn't at fault here. He did the best he could with what was given, but the screenwriters who wrote Bubba's Blues characters clearly included some of the pretty racist undertones. Bubba is the only major black character in the film, and he is about as intelligent as Forrest is. Like Forrest, he didn't have anyone to sit next to him on the bus. He's pretty much void of emotion and personality, and just talking about shrimp all the time. Perhaps most contemptibly, director Robert Zemeckis made Williams wear prosthetic lip enhancement. That's why it's necessarily the bigger lip is the more black he is, right? That's fucking pretty racist. It's pretty bad.
I've been to Bubba Gump Shrimp.
Have you been to Bubba Gump Shrimps?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
All right. It's super sexist. Most of the women are manipulative and damaged in this movie. I mean, I can't disagree with that at all. And they're mainly talking about the film, actually, which is exactly what you were talking about earlier, Heavy, about how the roommates, they ended up doing something with the roommates. The female protagonist in the movie is Jenny. Jenny is damaged up and down every possible way. She's a victim of sexual abuse and falls into a lifestyle of drugs and sex. She also happens to treat Forrest like shit throughout the majority of the movie. And who can forget the sinister prostitutes that taste like cigarettes and crackle at the amputee veteran, as his rolls as he rolls helplessly on the ground. But you know, Hollywood, women are either Madonnas or whores or actual monsters.
Can you play the video I sent you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Because I think it has one like perfect for this. It's from.
Jeez, I don't know what's going on with him, but I guess love does funny things to people. Look at Forrest Gump.
Hi, Forrest. I know you just got back from Vietnam and you love me, but I'm gonna go run a train with this group of Black Panthers I just met.
Okay, Jenny.
Hi, Forrest. I know you came all this way to New York to visit me, but I'm gonna go do blow and have sex with a bunch of stockbrokers.
Okay, Jenny.
Hi, Forrest. Now that I have the most contagious and incurable disease known to mankind, I'll finally have pity sex with you.
Okay, Jenny. And I'll mow the grass and raise the AIDS baby.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Oh my God, this is perfect.
Oh. Forrest Gump has no agency. Everything is an accident. Would you guys agree with that? I mean, like we were just talking about that before, how he accidentally stumbles into Watergate. He accidentally grabs a football and runs it from one end to the other. He accidentally runs from his house being chased by a truck with a bunch of rednecks in it. By the way, who the fuck is chasing a retarded kid in a truck down the street?
They're talking about the South in like probably what, the 70s, late 60s.
Late 60s, but still, like that happened in the late 60s.
It probably happens now in Southern America, to be fair.
Probably does. Forrest never really develops. We've already talked about that. Do you dream, Forrest, about who you're gonna be? Aren't I going to be me? He says to Jenny.
Before I forget, another thing that he just happened to stumbles into that you don't notice much as a kid, but as I got older, I did. The whole that he inspired John Lennon's Imagine.
Yes. I forgot about that.
If it's really
Civil rights are not important to the film. The film is racist on several fronts, but this one scene in particular was just completely absurd. Forrest ends up in a Black Panther meeting, and a stereotypical angry black man starts yelling at Forrest, explaining his view on the war and civil rights. Forrest, however, isn't paying attention. Forrest is focusing on Jenny, who is getting pushed around by her asshole boyfriend. When the boyfriend slaps Jenny across the face, Forrest runs up to Jenny, leaving the angry Black Panther screaming at an empty space. His voice is not important. His issues are not important. His movement is not important. When Forrest leaves the meeting, he apologizes to Jenny, saying, "Sorry for ruining your Black Panther party."
Sorry for ruining your Black Panther party.
It panders to conservatives and portrays the left as useless hippies. I mean, I don't really have to read that. That's pretty much spot on.
The beginning of the movie earlier. But how ironic is it that someone named after the founder of the Ku Klux Klan and even related to him in a sense walks into a Black Panther party?
Yes. Jesus Christ. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either until we just started talking about it. Like, oh, wait a minute.
Fucking hell.
Know where I got the name from.
Let me tell you my family history.
Let me tell you about this one time at our school. We had this problem with coons. And, ow!
Ow! Why do you hit me? Female promiscuity is gross and punishable by death. I think we pretty much covered that as well. Anti-conformity and skepticism is punished. Really? Forrest is the ultimate conformist. Throughout the movie, he just does what people tell him. He runs when he's told to run. He joins the military when he's told to join the military. He speaks when he's told to speak. And to every request, he simply says, okay. On the other hand, Lieutenant Dan is a rebel, a skeptic, and an anti-conformist. He also might be the only saving grace of the film. But what happens to Lieutenant Dan? Oh, yeah. He gets his fucking legs blown off and goes through several long years of misery and homelessness. But at the end of the movie, Lieutenant Dan makes a complete turnaround. He shows up at Forrest's wedding, clean-shaven, looking wholesome, and he's married. He's settled down to a formal and legal societal construct. He's conformed. And voila, presto, guess what? He's got his legs back, Lieutenant Dan. You got your new legs! Should come in handy for marching to the beat of someone else's drum. What do you guys think about that one?
Okay, hold on. He wanted to die. I don't necessarily think someone who literally, he said in that movie, he wanted to die.
He did.
That's how his family was. But technically, I mean, that's conforming to his family's expectations of him, and no one is a conformist of wanting to die.
I mean, I do see the difference. You do see the mirror, the opposite mirrors of the two. You know what I mean? You do see the man in the mirror staring back at the man that's completely different than he thought he was. You do see the conformist of Forrest that did everything that he was ever supposed to do ever, and then Lieutenant Dan pretty much not doing anything he was supposed to do until the end of the movie. I always thought when him and Lieutenant Dan went on the boat, that Lieutenant Dan jumped into the ocean and started swimming. I thought he was going to kill himself.
No, I think it was more of him being at peace because the kind of guy he was, like, he thought he was supposed to die out there in the war because that's what he thought he was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then Forrest saves him, and he spends a decade or so just wishing he would have fucking died, just living like a piece of shit. And then Forrest helped turn his life around, realize, hey, I have worth, and let's not forget the fact that they became millionaires.
Yeah. There you go. I forgot how. God. Watch this movie again. Forrest Gump is complete Oscar bait. Forrest Gump is complete Oscar bait. It panders to the audience thirst for sap and nostalgia. Tom Hanks' performance is good, but frankly a bit over the top. Forrest Gump took home the Oscar for Best Picture in 1994, but was up against a couple of other films that were much more worthy, including Pulp Fiction and Shawshank Redemption. Both of those films would have been infinitely better choices. Pulp Fiction was especially innovative, but perhaps the audience wasn't ready for something like that. Forrest Gump just tried to pull at the audience heartstrings, and it did so successfully. But it didn't have any real substance. And that was 13 facts that were fucked up and make you think differently about Forrest Gump. Wayne, what do you think differently about Forrest Gump now?
I've never seen Pulp Fiction or Shawshank Redemption.
What?
But I've seen Forrest Gump multiple times.
I've seen Pulp Fiction. I've never seen Shawshank Redemption, but I've been to the prison that is filmed.
Okay, well, first of all, that's fucking cool. Second of all, Heavy, you're a movie guy.
Dude, there's like how many movies out in the world? Like, there's going to be movies.
Shawshank, really? I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think Shawshank is all that and then the fucking, bee's knees. I don't think Shawshank is nearly as good as everyone thinks it is. Everyone always raves on and on about Shawshank. Pulp Fiction, however, is fucking almost a masterpiece. That movie has very little flaws in it. The performances were fantastic. The cinematography was great, and then the writing is it's Quentin Tarantino. So
I just watched a thing recently that exposed like an error in that movie. I mean, granted, it's one off that I could find, but normally, like Quentin Tarantino, like he doesn't put errors in the movie; he puts things in there on purpose.
What's the error?
It's been for a while since I don't know all the characters' names off the top of my head, but one of the biggest scenes of the movie where they're in the apartment, John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson, and they're looking for his name is, that scene, where a lot of the bigger quotes from.
Oh, they're looking for Jules. They're looking for Jules.
But when the guy in the house that living there, whatever, is like shooting at him, the holes in the wall of the bullet holes are already there before he shoots.
Oh, wow, that's a. I should send that to. I need to send that into Hollywood Babylon.
I just seen it on a video on YouTube that was talking about like really bad errors that are in movies, like how on Braveheart there's a car in the movie.
Yes, there is. Go back and watch Braveheart, guys. If you pay attention to it, there is a car in that movie. That is 100% true. Yes, I remember seeing that. Yes. All right, let's move on to a Wayne story that I picked out this week. Here we go. So Wayne requested this week to get a morbid story. So I got him a literal morbid story. Wayne?
Yeah?
A morgue employee cremated by mistake while taking a nap. While taking a nap. In Beaumont, Texas, an employee of the Jefferson County morgue died this morning after being accidentally cremated by one of his coworkers. According to the Beaumont Police Department, 48-year-old Paul Johnson decided to take a nap on a stretcher after working for 16 hours straight. While he was sleeping, another employee of him mistook him for the corpse of a 50-year-old car accident victim and carried him to the crematorium.
That says a lot about the original bloke's looks then, don't it? He thought he was in a car accident.
You should see. Okay, follow the link to see his picture. It's the picture is ridiculous. While he was before anyone else could notice the mistake, he had already been exposed to temperatures ranging between 1,400 degrees and 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. and reduce to ashes. What, Wayne? Go ahead.
Laughing.
Oh, you're just laughing? Jenna Davis, one of Heron Johnson's coworkers, said that she heard him screaming for about 15 seconds after the crematory was activated. At first, we didn't understand where the sound was coming from. When we realized what was happening, it was too late. We shut down the heating system, but he was already dead. Well, Wayne, thanks for bringing the whole podcast down. I should. Miss Davis claimed that the young coworker who caused the accident, was a new employee and had forgotten to check the toe tag to make sure he had the right body. The police has opened an investigation to determine the exact circumstances surrounding Mr. Johnson's death. Investigators have not ruled out the possibility of filing criminal charges against the employee who caused his death. The young man could possibly be accused of criminal negligence causing. So you wanted your morbid, disgusting story, Wayne. That was it.
Well, the fact that you already had it to hand, but
I do want you to click on this link right here that I just put in our Zencaster and look at that picture of him.
Let's have a look.
So, Wayne, you always wanted to be an Undertaker.
Yeah.
We have no idea why you're not an Undertaker now, but you've always wanted to be an Undertaker. So what do you think about this story?
Oh, just make sure I wouldn't sleep at work. That's quite easy.
I don't know. Hey,
if
wait
you
a minute.
make sure you got a toe tag on saying napping.
Saying napping. You think the idea of no toe tag would not be, how easy is it to...
How do you get loaded up and everything?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how easy... Like, if you start moving down the hallway and being shoved, and when you just fucking wait, like, how heavy do you sleep to fucking die? You were moved down your body was moved down the hallway into the crematorium. Or do you think he just fell asleep in front of the crematorium?
I just can't see how it fucking happened.
Heavy, what do you think, man?
The biggest thing that I gotta ask is, why the fuck are you falling asleep on a stretcher? Well, okay. Like, being in that kind of line of work, it's like you need to be in a safe place or you will be mistaken for a dead body.
Yeah, or like, let's just say that he didn't cremate him. Let's say he started cutting on him or something, right? Like, I mean, it's obviously you got new people coming around. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to handle shit. Everyone's training sucks in every fucking company that I've ever worked with ever. Shit happens, mistakes happen, but goddamn, that's fucking important.
And fuck what people say, snoring saves life.
I'm going to end that right there because I snore too. Snoring saves lives. Wayne, do you snore?
Apparently I do, but I've never heard it.
You're sleeping. Of course you've never heard it.
Let's move on. We're going to do a little bit of Wayne's facts. Here we go. Everybody ready? It's time to
teach Wayne.
All right, now, I'm not Ant. I don't know if you know that or not. I mean, I like football and all that kind of stuff, but I'm no Ant. But I happen to get up some facts, and Wayne has not seen any of these that I know of. I found a great website, and these are going to be all movie related.
Movie related. Okay.
I don't really watch movies.
So then you're not going to know any of these.
There's 2 facts in here about Pulp Fiction, so it kind of ties into everything.
Yeah, there you go. Works for me.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's Yes, Daddy. Anyway, did you know there are 22 stars in the Paramount Studios logo?
Well, how many is there in the American flag?
50. What does that have to do with the Paramount logo?
Write it down. Chris knew a fact.
50 kind of won, like we shit on Puerto Rico, but I mean, technically it should be ours.
Yeah.
So there's no correlation between the stars on Paramount and the American flag?
No.
That's states, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Current
you know what? I'm pretty happy about that. He got that right. I'm pretty happy he got that right, to be honest.
I mean, he got the 1776 Brexit.
That's true. Yeah, he did. Oh God.
I'm more American than Chris.
Well, we've always said that about us.
The odd thing. Wayne,
Yeah.
did you know the movie Pulp Fiction cost $8 million to make, with $5 million going towards actors' salaries?
And I bet you 4.5 million of that has gone to John Travolta.
What? Why would it go to John Travolta? He was in the roughest shape of his career when he took that gig. That saved his. That movie saved his ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
I mean, you
saying.
gotta realize there's a lot of big names in the movie.
A lot of big names in the movie. Vin
Snakes
Rames being one of them.
man.
Vin Rames was huge at the time when that movie came out.
Snakes on a Plane Man was there, weren't he?
Samuel L. Jackson, yes.
That's the one.
Of all the movies, like, you can reference to him, and you choose on a plane. Not even the more up to date Nick Fury.
Exactly. The fucking that made him literally a millionaire upon millionaire upon millionaire, and you name Snakes on a Plane.
The only Samuel L. Jackson film I've seen all the way through, and he's only a supporting actor on it, was Kingsman. I love that film.
He was not a support. He was
a more up to date reference than
Yes.
Snakes on a
Well, I got there in the end, more modern.
Have you ever seen Coming to America?
Fantastic.
Claire always plays it in the background, but I just look at my laptop.
That's a fantastic movie.
Is he in it?
Yeah, he's a guy who's trying to rob McDowell's.
McDowell's.
All right. Who was the big voice, the big voiced bloke who played the king or whatever?
That was Eddie Murphy.
No, not Eddie Murphy.
Arsenio Hall.
No.
Oh, you mean the actual King?
Yeah.
You mean Darth Vader?
You mean Mufasa?
Yeah.
The big voiced.
You mean the guy that played an African king with the same woman in Lion King and Coming to America? Yes, James Earl Jones.
That's it. That's the boy. I know it was James Earl something.
Wayne, can I just inform you real quick that calling an African American gentleman a boy is very racist. It's super racist. It is very racist. Let alone if that man is way older than you are.
No, what I call boy, like, oh, he's a bit of a boy, like legend. Awesome.
That is not how we take it here in America.
Wow.
You call a black man boy, ooh, you're gonna get punched in the face.
That's more of a slavery thing because they were called.
Because they were called boys.
I was just watching Pink Man, and there's actually a line, something like that,
Yeah.
where Alexander's character calls one of the black characters, Blank Man's brother, he calls him boy. And then as he walks away, he goes, "Boy, I'm a man." Then you hear Jason Alexander go, "What?" He goes, "Nothing."
What's next, Heavy?
All right, Wayne.
Yeah.
Did you know the movie Wayne's World was filmed in 2 weeks?
Really?
Weeks.
How long was the second one filmed in?
Probably longer.
Do you happen to have that fact laying around somewhere, Heavy?
Not on this random site that I just happened to find in the middle of recording.
What do you think about it being filmed in 2? That's a lot to do in 2 weeks, Wayne.
It's a fucking good film.
Oh, you like that one?
Well, yeah, I had to watch a film with my name in it when I was young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just move on. Just move on.
Wayne.
Yeah.
That's yes, Daddy. Did you know the film Mary Poppins was filmed entirely indoors?
Looking back, where they've got the umbrella scene and he's Dick Van Dyke is like swinging it around. Yeah, that background does look shit.
It's not even that. I never even noticed that before until now.
Wow.
Yeah, that kind of fucked me up. That's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I never thought about.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
It is one of my favorite movies of all time. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. If I am sick or not feeling well, I put Mary Poppins on.
I don't think I've seen Mary Poppins in like 25 years.
It's such a good movie. It is such a good movie. It's just so well acted. The plot's good. It's a good movie.
You're gonna say like Chitty Chitty Bam Bag next?
No. What's That's ridiculous. That's
What's the fucking difference?
It's like that. That's like my third favorite movie.
What are your top 5 favorite movies?
Me?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mine's
I mean,
easy.
Poppins is up there.
I can't believe you
Mary-
still fuck.
Yeah, Mary Poppins is definitely up there. Last Samurai is up there. Matrix 1. One of the Indiana Jones films. I will trade out, The Last Crusade for The Temple of Doom any day. That one right off the top of my head. Those are the ones that I like. Probably Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass 1 is probably up there too. Those are all pretty good ones that I have that I actually own too.
Kick-Ass is pretty damn good.
Yeah. What about you, Wayne? What's your top 5?
All right, here we go. Rocky.
Oh yeah. Oh god, this is the
Rocky 2. Rocky 3. Rocky 4. No, seriously though. I'd probably have to go Rocky 4. Saw 2.
Saw.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude, Saw is one of my favorites because when people say like, how could you watch Saw for so long? Because Saw 2 really sets the precedent for what those movies are about, and it's about a fucking riddle.
Do you agree that
like
the second one is the best one?
second one's the one that got me addicted.
Yeah,
because literally when spoiler alert, if you're that far behind, that as soon as the timer goes off and that safe opens, I just go, oh my god. If you just sit here and talk to me till the timer runs out, you'll find your son in a safe and secure state.
Gotcha. Huh.
It's a
I never would have guessed that.
All the Saw movies, everything he's trying to do with people.
The
they're
worst.
all riddled.
I honestly think the worst trap on that one was the fucking pit of needles, because everyone can associate and pricking themselves and just being in the pit. Oh.
What else, man?
Philadelphia.
What?
Yeah.
I have AIDS.
What's wrong with Philadelphia?
Why are you so interested in Tom Hanks getting AIDS? What else?
Okay, Jen A.
Jen A. Let me
God.
suck your AIDS-ridden pussy, Jen A.
The original Jumanji. Not that heap of shit that's coming out at the end of the year.
That new Jumanji looks fantastic.
Of course, it's going to be the one that's already out. You haven't seen the one that hasn't. It's not out yet. Of course, that one's not on the list.
Exactly.
Well, that might be on the list from the trailer alone. You don't know.
It's good.
Give me Karen Gillian. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
She does look hot in it.
I love the fact that in the trailer they actually addressed. Why am I wearing a tank top in the jungle?
And my number 5 is probably Great Outdoors with John Candy.
See, now that's a good movie.
The fucking raccoons have me in tears.
Of course they do. What about you, Heavy?
I just really hope my audio didn't glitch during the rack bit of that comment.
In no particular order, Ghostbusters.
Oh, I forgot about
I
that.
forgot about Ghostbusters. That's a good one.
This is going to happen with everyone, isn't it?
I know. It
Forgot
is.
about that.
Fuck. Well, I have my number 5. I'm just waiting for Heavy to finish his list. I do have my number 5. I forgot what it was.
Tommy Boy came out on my 9th birthday. Like in the
Tommy Boy's pretty fucking good, man. Like it's pretty spot on. It's almost flawless. And then to listen to the documentary about Chris Farley and making that movie. It's amazing how good that movie is comparatively to how much struggle he had with that.
Oh, no, he didn't have that much struggle with that movie.
Which one was it? Black Sheep?
Well, like Black Sheep was because they just tried to rehash the same thing, so it wasn't as good. Then when they made
Is
Tommy Boy,
Black Sheep the one where the sheep get really like mutated and angry, and then they're like on a farm, they're running away? It's like Shaun of the Dead, but with sheep.
No.
Oh.
No.
I love Black Sheep. I love the scene where the bloke's getting the blowjob with the sheep and that bites his dick off.
Black Sheep, where he's the black sheep of the family.
Oh, ain't that one then?
No, it's not that one, Wayne.
It's set in New Zealand, and it's called.
Yeah,
Black
there
Sheep.
is the black sheep because I know if you, for the longest time, if I'd go on Facebook and you type in black sheep, you will get like this other black sheep, not the Christopher. No, but he had going back to what you're saying, like he had, I think, more trouble towards the end of his career. Everything was better, especially with Tommy Boy, because he was up and coming and all this kind of stuff. But with the drug addiction, everything was obviously much harder, especially towards the end. Because I've did the audiobook of his, and that goes in a lot more detail. And I know like some of the stuff that he had to go through while promoting Beverly Hills Ninja was just in the ass.
Yeah.
Probably put in even worse.
Yeah.
But like I said, Ghostbusters, Tommy Boy, Clerks 2.
Oh, here we
I
go.
forgot how good that was.
What about Kingpin? I forgot about Kingpin.
Kingpin?
Yeah. Woody Harrelson.
I'm gonna add my cricket noise into that spot right there.
Fuck off, neither of you have seen Kingpin.
No.
There's a minute of silence.
I know I need to, but it's just one of those movies I never got a chance to see.
With that shit. What else happened?
Scarface. I love Scarface.
I only saw Scarface like once or twice, and I never got into it. It was just super over the top.
There's certain scenes that I really like. My favorite one is towards the end after everybody leaves him at dinner and all these people are just looking at him, and he has this great monologue about that everybody points their finger at him and say like, that's the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what does that make you good? He's like, where he really embraces like, I'm the bad guy, but I don't lie. Like my favorite line in that monologue is, I always tell the truth even when I lie. Love it. And then last but not least, a big favorite, and this might be on your guys' list, Dark Knight.
Dark Knight is up there. It's probably in my top 10. It's not on my top 5. There's some laggy times in Night. Although the performances, I mean, you can't really argue with that Heath Ledger. You just can't. I mean, it's just it's a thing of beauty to watch him. And
can you believe that's like fucking Batman Begins is like 12 years ago?
I know. Fuck, we're old. So
some ways it seems like yesterday, and other ways it feels like that series has been around forever, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. My fifth one was I didn't realize it was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, fuck it.
It's such a good movie. It's such a good movie.
Deadpool's the only Marvel film I'll fucking go out my way.
Deadpool was good too, but Guardians was almost, I mean, it's
yeah, Guardians, like when it comes to the MCU, was great.
It was fantastic.
I'm one of the few people that thinks it's better. The sequel's better.
I haven't seen it again. I need to watch it again because I really didn't think Guardians 1 was that good until it got to HBO and I got to watch it like 3 or 4 times, and I just noticed that every time it was on, I was sitting down and watching it no matter what. I could have been in the middle of anything and I just wanted to sit down and watch it again.
My favorite is obviously the scene.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can't argue with that. All right, give us one more and we'll end this shit. Heavy.
Truman Show.
No, I meant one more fact, you idiot.
No.
Sorry.
This one's interesting. Hey, Wayne.
Yeah.
Did you know Babe was played by over 50 pigs?
I've got a fact for you. The old man that played the old man in it, he's just been put in prison.
He did just get put in prison. What did he get put in prison for, Wayne?
I didn't read that far into the article.
That reminds me, is the stories about Jake Lloyd real? I haven't got to dig into that one.
Jake Lloyd is the guy who was in charge of Babe?
No, Jake Lloyd is young Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, a child actor is bound to be a crackhead.
No, like he's like now in prison or something.
I don't know about that. But the guy, the actor who did play the owner of Babe is in jail currently right now because he used to pay his fines for protesting.
Wow.
That will do, pig. That will do.
That'll do. And we're gonna end it on that, guys. Heavyset, you want to tell the audience where you're at? Where can they see you? Where can they hear you?
I don't want you to see me anywhere, but you can find me at Heavyset330 on Twitter. I'm still on the brand new Trending Topics Network, and no matter what people say, yes, there's a lot of shows there. Yes, it gets convoluted, but you can still come and listen to all the great shows. I can be found on Wrestling Tears, and that's pretty much where I'm spending a lot of my time lately. NFL Easy Picks will be coming down the road, and yeah.
All right. 330 on Heavyset 330 on Twitter. Pretty much for anything you guys want to just hit him up. Friend him up, hit him up, message him. He'll message you back. He's good on Twitter. Good like that. Always interacts with us on Twitter. Thanks for being here this week, Heavy Man. Wayne and I appreciate it.
It's finally great to get this going because I don't know if anybody realized about a couple weeks ago there was a really short episode with Chris and Ant, and that's because we spent like an hour and a half trying to get recording right, and it was just a big massive headache.
It was a massive headache, but we figured it out. We got it done, and he's back he'll be back again. Wayne, you want to tell everybody where you're at?
Was this a different episode to the one last week where it happened again?
Yes. Yes. That recording never made it. Last week's audio was complete garbage, but it still made it to because we had to put out an episode, and it just ended up being towards the end was really bad. So last week's episode made it. I know you don't listen, but that's okay. Wayne, tell everybody where they can reach you at.
So
Wayne is a Baker on Twitter, guys. It is Cerebral Satire on Facebook, Cerebral Satire on Twitter, hashtag CSatire on Twitter for anything you guys want us to see immediately. Any show ideas, any topics you guys want us to tackle or talk about, go ahead and send it to us there. And then you can email us anything related to the show or anything that you guys want us to listen or talk about at cerebralsatire@gmail.com. There you go.
I've got one thing.
What?
You have Tango over there.
Like the dance?
No, the drink.
No.
No. We have Tang.
Oh, yeah, we have Tang. Yeah.
Oh, well, I ain't had Tango for years. Some bloke on the bus give it to me, and I've just drunk it, and it tastes like piss. And I want to know if it always tasted like piss, or if it's just gone like piss.
That was your satire for this week, everybody. Have a great week.
It sucks. It's anthropologically unjust. Oh, but the takers are run by a third. Our sound counts are still running the world. Hey, counts are still running the world. Counts are still running the world. Counts are still the free market is perfectly natural. Do you think that I'm some kind of dummy? It's the ideal way to order the world. Fuck the morals, does it make any money? And if you don't like it, then leave. Or use your right to protest on the streets. Yeah, use your right, but don't imagine that it's hurt.